would say Mossville, growing up here, was like a community of families.
And by us coming together through this project, we're able to preserve that history and we're able to carry it down from one generation to the other. And I really appreciate that.
We sought advice from EPA, and they gave us some advice, excellent advice, and that advice was treat your neighbors as though you are guests in the community, and that advice served us very well. My name is Michael Hayes. I'm the manager of public affairs here at the Sasol facility in Westlake. There are a number of projects that Sasol is doing that basically came out of the communications with the Mossville community. Voluntary property purchase was without question the right thing to do. It gave a lot of people in Mossville who had no hope, it gave them hope.
We were one of the first families to sign up. I was very excited. I'm Jacqueline James Green. This is my mother, Lola Rickmaton James, and my daughter, Alexia Green. As a family, we decided that it would give us the ability to be in one location all together with the move. And being voluntary, we understood that if some of our neighbors moved or however each family decided, it would bless you in a different way. And we decided that we were definitely gonna participate in the voluntary purchase program and move. The first thing Sasol did was set up an office right in our community at our old school. And that gave all of the residents in the community the ability to be close to the office. You were immediately linked up with your own representative who took care of your case, your family, one-on-one basis. We are very pleased with the process, and we feel like it's just been a blessing for us. And that's why we can sit here 3 generations all together in one location, and we're very proud of that.
Sasol purchase, I think, was a good thing for myself. I am Kim K. McKee. I am 58 years old. Grew up in Mossville, Louisiana. I think it's been received very well. People that I thought wouldn't move, they've moved. And the feedback I've heard from people that it was very, satisfying, rewarding. Some of them just couldn't afford, to rebuild or move. So I think it came just in time, because the community was not the same as it was back in the 60s and the 70s. It had gone down, and I think they did a very good job in instrumenting the buyout program. And if you didn't receive it, you just didn't have a good understanding on what they were trying to accomplish. But I think it went very well.
I was born here in this community to the late Edward and Ida Mae LaMelle. My name is Edward LaMelle Jr., surname Butch LaMelle. I'm very optimistic about things and knowing, because I've seen what the future could bring. Once we got to know what Sasol was doing, it was no longer bittersweet for me, because I was in a position now to even better myself, for myself and my wife and my family. My wife and I, we prayed daily about the situation. And I talked with my pastor, and he told me, if God told you to do it, man, I started packing my bags.
Workforce Resource Guide came out of a discussion with some of the ministers who were looking for a way to get their parishioners back to work. The pilot scholarship program came out of the Workforce Resource Guide program from the mentors that we trained from Mossville and Westlake, where they pointed out gaps and holes in the program.
Stephanie Simeon, Workforce Development Board Director. We oversee policy and procedures for the Business and Career Solution Centers. As far as the resource guide is concerned, we set up sessions where individuals in the Mossville area, Westlake, Lake Charles area could come in and look at what we were presenting as far as the guide was concerned. Looking at the 6-step process, we explained that process to these individuals so they just did not have a brochure or a booklet. Working in collaboration with SASOL and some of the other stakeholders in the community, individuals were able to partake and understand why you have to do certain things to accomplish what you felt you wanted to accomplish.
I decided to go back to school when I was 40 years old. My name is Kenya Payne Cowan. I've lived in Mossville, Louisiana for 35 years. I would tell SASOL thank you and that I'm forever grateful for them investing in my future, and I will do my utmost to represent them and to make them very proud. The opportunities are there. If you are just willing, it could change your life.
The Mossville History Project came from conversations with a number of the residents who were selling their properties, who said, oh no, by the way, SASOL really needs to do something to capture the history of Mossville. The Morningstar Cemetery Project means a lot to the community. Each of these is an opportunity that was identified and acted upon by SASOL.
I'm Susan Reed. I'm the Executive Director of the Imperial Calcasieu Museum. We will be developing a museum in our annex building. It will be a collection of artifacts, memorabilia. By having a record, an oral record as well as a written record, researchers can find out about it. Children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren of citizens can find out about it. And so I think it's very important that we told that story and are telling that story.
I'm Vera Payne, and my parents, well, at least Mom moved to Mossville when I was 8 years old. Mossville Oral History has enabled us to come together and collaborate a history of over 100 and maybe 50 years. And in doing so, we share information back and forth with each other, and it helps to refresh our memory as well as maybe someone else's memory. So I'm just happy that this organization exists and was able to facilitate Mossville in doing so.
It is so exciting to see what is happening to this cemetery. Dorothy Felix, Mossville, Louisiana is home. I don't have the words to say thank you to each and every one that have participated in this project today. And all you have to do is ask. Today is a new Morningstar Cemetery, and I am thankful for it. I love it.
I would say thank you, SASOL. We are very excited about the expansion and the jobs and what it's going to do to our economy here in Southwest Louisiana. And we are looking forward to the many generations that are going to be blessed from the expansion project.